What's going on, guys? It's Florida Stacker. I'm on my way to Orlando Coin Exchange, and I just wanted to say thank you all for all the views. Thank you for all of your support for the channel as we go into the thick of the fourth year now here on YouTube. And I wanted to let you know that I am working to expand my cooperation with my local coin shop to continue to bring you guys more precious metals to look at, right? Just basic reviews, because they have them all. And as you know, they're very expensive to buy, and there's just so many different options out there for collectors and for stackers that, you know, I just can't bring all that physically to you on YouTube myself. So, and also it supports my eventual dream, I should say, or goal of running my own coin shop one day, becoming my own coin dealer. YouTube is great, don't get me wrong. I love the interaction with all you guys, and it will continue. But at some point in the future, I think I would really like to be my own coin shop, similar to how I talk about becoming your own bank. I think becoming my own bullion dealer, my own coin dealer, would be a dream come true. So once more, thank you all for watching Florida Stacker on YouTube, and I'll see you back at the house here shortly with whatever precious metals we can bring home today to show you from that shop. So enjoy the time. Thank you. Happy Halloween, stackers and collectors, and welcome back to Florida Stacker on YouTube. Yes, that's my best attempt at sounding super enthused to start this video out. Anyways, it's Halloween, and that means there's going to be a bunch of kids running around the neighborhood here soon. I'll be with them. Wish me luck. All right, so if you don't like Halloween, happy October 31st. But for this Halloween, I did decide to dress up as fellow YouTuber 2 as 1, here with a pile of gold, a sharp knife, and of course an elegant pack of playing cards as background visuals. But who am I kidding? It's just a costume, as I have years to go to stack that much gold. But if you are watching this 2 as 1, happy Halloween, buddy. I hope you enjoy the day with your family. All right, today's video is all about stacking silver and gold, and we'll start out with, well, all of my October stacking pickups here in one place. After that, we'll look back at the month of October and how it impacted the price, premiums, and availability of our beloved gold and silver. And finally, we'll talk a little about what's coming up next in November here on this channel. So if you've been following me on YouTube for a while, then you are probably aware that I like to buy a little more frequently than most in smaller quantities. And my preference for all things gold and silver are those things that are most recognized and easy to sell here in, my area of the world, here in Florida, here in the United States. And that's going to be American gold and silver eagles, and some generic silver, like silver rounds and 10-ounce silver bars, with a little mixture of 90% silver. Now, my budget for October was $2,000 US, and so over the month of October, I focused on adding another 20 American silver eagles to my stack. This, while they remained below $30 per coin, which I don't suspect is going to be the case very much longer if you can find them at that price. And also continuing to rebuild my fractional gold coin stack, okay? Which was depleted earlier, actually about a year ago for a major purchase, okay? So I'm getting back with the frac. And so I have been focused on the popular and affordable 1/10 ounce gold American Eagles during the month of October. We'll go over that. And for my silver collection, I did add 5 more piece dollars to my silver dollar collection. And finally, APMEX did send me this 1 ounce 2023 Perth Mint Dragon and Koi silver coin to review here on the channel. And this coin is part of the Myths and Legends series, okay? So breaking down my budget, I paid $535 for this tube of 2023 American Silver Eagle coins. Got these from Orlando Coin Exchange at the beginning of the month. Now, my local coin shop here in Central Florida, when these come in, that's going to be the best price you can find, right? You're not going to be able to find them at a better price online. You may be able to find them at the same price or maybe a little cheaper at other coin shops in Central Florida, but, not worth the drive, okay? These guys are great to me. They're close. And this represents my 5th complete tube of the 2023 American Silver Eagles, which does meet my goal for the year on the 2023s. I always like to get 100 ounces in that year's American Silver Eagles. So I'll go ahead and pat myself on the back. All right. I went to the coin shop a grand total of 4 times this month. And so I also spent $209 each for these gold coins, these 2023 and a 1998 1/10 ounce gold American Eagles. That was my first gold purchase this month. on my second trip to the shop. Now, on my third trip to the shop, I bought 2 more 10th-ounce Gold Eagles. Both of them this time were the 1998s. Something tells me somebody sold maybe a roll of 98s to my coin shop, considering I bought 3 of them from that year this month. Now, I did pay $220 each for these. And now, just last weekend, prices did come down a little bit. I picked up my last 2 10th-ounce Gold American Eagles for the month, so 6 in total. And I paid $217 each for these last 2, which is a 1999 and a 2021 Type 1, which is a nice one to have. Those actually go for a pretty good premium over spot, to collectors. Now, finally, the 5 silver piece dollars. I grabbed these from APMEX. Actually, I did make this purchase in September, but they got here in October. We did the unboxing in October, so I threw them in the October bullion. That's right, bullion, or however you want to go with that for the thumbnail. Here, I threw them in today's video. Now, this one here, I like to order the 1922 through 1925 random dates, and this month I ended up getting a 1925. A 1924, 2 of these 1923 silver piece dollars, and lastly, this one here from 1922. So altogether, I did stay within my budget, just barely. Added to my fractional gold stack, which was an important goal for me after not having much of it this last year, and also completing another tube of silver American Eagles, namely the 2023s. And for those of you that may be, your first video watching me, right? Maybe you haven't quite figured out how I do things. I like to stack for liquidity and for ease of sale. All right, when I go into my purchase, I'm thinking about selling. I like to buy rounds that other people like, such as the Buffalo. I also like to buy American Silver Eagles and fractional gold. Well, sure, larger gold coins, 1 ounce, and even larger gold, you can sell that to your coin shop, no problem. I just like having the option to sell more quickly and having a larger buying base for my precious metals. And that's another reason I like the fractional, on top of it being more affordable and fun to stack at the same time. So yeah, I like to stack mostly the coin of my country. Right here in the United States, that's the American Silver Eagle and the American Gold Eagle. They are the most popular here, so they are the easiest to sell. All right, I also like to collect a little, as mentioned, mostly modern silver coins like Perth Mint, different series, as well as the Libertads from Mexico, and also the Morgan and Peace silver dollars, because I think they're a terrific place to start when it comes to collecting silver coins here in the United States. The BU and AU silver piece dollars are probably the cheapest way to get started. Yeah, you could go half dollars and other 90% maybe cheaper actually. But when it comes to the silver dollars, I think the piece dollars are probably pretty obviously more affordable than the Morgan dollars. So they're a great way to start, and they're incredibly easy to sell too if you do begin collecting and run on hard times and unfortunately have to go to cash. Collectibles can increase in value quite a bit over your standard bullion coins, right? They don't just track to the spot price and how spot is moving up or down. Collectibles can even go up in value while spot price is going down. It's just the nature of the game. But with collectibles, you also have a smaller buying audience, just as you have a smaller viewer audience here on YouTube. Like I could say stacking American Silver Eagles, get 5,000 views. But if I go collecting 1922 piece dollars, you might get 1,000 views over a month, because it's not as popular. It's not something that as many people are into. So when it comes to collecting, especially just getting started, a lot of people dive in head first and they buy very expensive slab coins and they can make mistakes. So I'm starting out easy. Okay. I'm running a YouTube channel and I get a lot of views here on this YouTube channel. And even I am just sticking my toes in the water when it comes to collecting coins, because first of all, there is a lot of stacking that needs to be done, and my budget is what my budget is. But also, when it comes to what I do collect, I want it to be something that I understand, that's affordable, and that I can, buy quite a few of them, right? And not have to save for years on end for the next, multi-$1,000 slab coin, as an example. All right, so everyone is different, and let's talk about that for a second. The Florida Stacker way is really to set a budget, buy some empty coin tubes for my bullion stack as motivation to look at them and fill them up, and then to buy the coins or rounds to put inside of them, within my budget over time. Okay, so 5 here, 10 there. And over a year's time, you'll have a pretty impressive stack, and trust me, you'll be very proud of it. Now, on the topic of budget, similar to interest in silver and gold, budgets do vary from person to person. Now, I myself think a $2,000 monthly budget for bullion and coins is rather large, and I'm going to guess that most of you out there probably have a smaller budget than that. And if I wasn't doing this on YouTube, if I hadn't grown this channel now over the last 4 years to what it is today, I wouldn't have this budget either. But do know that there are those out there that my budget is just a drop in the bucket. I have seen some really big purchases this month as people backed the truck up, right, when prices and premiums came down, namely towards the beginning of the month. Just know that when I started this channel 4 years ago, I had a $500 budget, and that was really stretching it. So it is possible to have a larger budget from where you are today. But you have to be willing to make the sacrifices and to endure the pain and discomfort that comes along with it. Okay, working nights, working weekends, working when you'd rather be doing anything but. All right, so to build a bigger stack, you gotta bring in more cash, or you got to be able to cut back on what you spend today. So that's where I would start. Right, if you want to build a bigger stack, if you want a bigger budget, cut. And then look for ways to bring in additional cash so that you can continue to grow your stack. Once more, everyone is different. How much you have, how much you make, how old you are, how much time you have left on this planet. Even tax laws in your specific region may drive your buying and selling decisions. So please don't compare yourself to me or other guys with a lot more weight in their stack than I do, but instead use it as motivation and learn from those who have already begun to walk down this path years ago. Okay, so let's look back at October. Enough rambling on about how to improve yourself. And looking back at the month of October, we did see a nice dip in precious metal spot prices at the very end of September, leading into the early part of October. That was the best time to buy this month at the very beginning, or the dip as it was called. Now, the dip, coupled with lowering premiums at the time, now looking back, was a fantastic time to buy. Backing up the truck once more, right? That's the term you hear a lot on those big dips. However, after the October 7th invasion by the Hamas militants into Israel and the subsequent retaliation that is taking place now in the Middle East, safe haven gold and silver, they have experienced a rally, all right, with gold spot now back over $2,000 per ounce and silver hanging on above $23 per ounce as of today. Now, factors that would normally work against rising gold prices do include a strong U.S. dollar as compared to foreign currencies, as well as rising U.S. Treasury bond yields, okay? So bonds compete with gold because it is considered a safe haven investment that actually does pay a yield, whereas gold does not. So a lot of folks who might not want to put their money in stocks, or they don't want to risk it all in crypto or something else, they go to bonds. And there's also a lot of people that are afraid to hold physical silver and gold. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to store it. But in reality, they just don't want to learn, okay? There's an old expression that the grass is greenest where you water it. If you really want something, that's where you'll put your focus and attention. Folks that, it's too difficult. No. If they cared, they'd do it, okay? So both bonds are stronger today, as well as the DXY index, which is the dollar compared to a basket of foreign currencies. So both of those things typically work against gold's spot price going up. However, this conflict that took place, that started earlier this month, has largely maintained gold and silver's gains up to this point. So I have no idea how long the conflict will endure, or how long we can expect gold and silver prices to continue to appreciate because of it. But for October, it was a major catalyst that really got us to the point we're at today. Now, I do think it is reasonably safe to say that prices could continue to climb if the conflict expands, and that prices are likely to come down if things in Israel begin to cool off because of the other things that work against gold that I mentioned, rising bond yields, as well as a strong US dollar. But the other, what do you want to say, the 800-pound gorilla or whatever in the room too, is that, things are a lot more expensive today. All of your goods and services are up, while your wages may be up, but not up as much. And therefore, your budget is being strained even further. So it makes it even more difficult to stack today. Okay, so a lot of things working against stackers, unfortunately, at this time. Higher prices. And of course, our budget's being constrained by the price of living. Now, premiums have come up a little bit over the month, which isn't great, but hopefully that trend is short-lived, as I myself was rather enjoying putting more of my purchase money into the metal and less of it into other people's pockets. But it is what it is, guys. Premiums are how this whole thing survives. So what's next on my channel, and what can we expect in the closing 2 months of 2023? That's a great question. Thanks for asking. So there are a few more things that I'd really like to stack. In order to meet most of my goals for the year, I'm going to fall short on my goal of 4 ounces of gold. It looks like I'll have to settle with 3 ounces, and it is what it is, guys. There were some other expenses, as mentioned. I had to spend $7,500 this July to have 3 oak trees removed, like completely removed, and also quite a bit of fence line replaced. Okay, that was unexpected, and it happens. That's life. So we'll settle with 3 ounces of gold for the year, but I'm not quite there yet. So in order to get there, I've got to stack another 1/2 ounce gold eagle and another 1/4 ounce gold eagle. And when it comes to silver, I would like 15 more American silver eagles, specifically the 2011s, as I have 5 of them. And that would be great to get those 15 in to close out one more tube this year. And then last, I would really like 1 more tube of generic silver rounds. I was really hoping to put 100 ounces of silver rounds away during the second half of the year, and I've only done 40. So let's just compromise here, and let's try to get 60 ounces in silver rounds in the second half of 2023. And in order to do that, I do need 1 more tube. So finally, I want to announce that I will soon be starting gold and silver auctions. It's going to be mostly silver. Let's keep it real. And I'm going to do that on the online website and app known as Whatnot. Now, I have already applied as a seller, and I've been approved as a seller and went through their quick little training, but I do need to build more inventory before I begin doing that. So I will be partnering with my local coin shop on this, and that way I can bring more products to my auctions. And the plan, the long-term plan, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves now, is to eventually expand into jewelry, even watches, and sports cards. That's right, collectibles, okay? But we'll start out with what you guys are here for, and that's going to be bullion, gold and silver, and some coins, right? So I will have giveaways over there. We'll, definitely bring some nice stuff for you guys to bid on. We'll start small and grow big, so I hope to see you all over there. All right, my friends, that's the stack for October and what you can expect to see for the next couple of months here on the channel. I'm sure there'll be a few surprises along the way, and if my budget allows, a few more collectible coins may come my way too. So happy Halloween, everybody. Have a very safe night or day wherever in the world that you are, and I'll see you again soon with more precious metals focused content right here on YouTube and Rumble. So we'll see you again. Thanks.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.